So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a paper scroll in 3ds Max. This is the final result. We have a banded scroll. I'm going to show you two ways how to do it. I know there are probably more ways, but these are the two that I'm going to show. You can start with a plane. You can set the size accordingly and lengthen the white segments to 24. Now you have the plane. Now you add the fffd 2x2x2 modifier and you select one side of the fffd and raise one side a little bit. That way the bend modifier which you apply now will bend the scroll. So you set angle 500, direction, we will change the direction later, on the bend on the x axis, and we will set the limit effect, the upper limit to 450. If we look closer, we can see that we made a scroll. Now you can play with these settings, so you learn which settings are applying to what changes. So when we have the bend modifier set, we then add the edit poly modifier just to stretch the whole thing so we don't have a problem with symmetry, which we will apply next. So we just pull the vertices the side, we select, and we apply symmetry modifier on the x-axis, and we move the mirror so we get something like this. If we look in the perspective view, the scrolls are a little small here, but you can change that by changing the settings in the bend modifier. So now we will apply another fffd 4x4x4 modifier, and we will select the center control points and move them up. This way we get this bend. Now we can see we don't have enough vertices or lines, so we get this edgy point which we don't want. So we can go back to the edit poly modifier and select edges, select these edges and make where are you? Make a connect and make a bunch of them. So this is the beauty of modeling with modifiers. So when we if we want to change something, we go back to the modifier that consists the settings that we want to change, and we just change the settings and the whole thing changes by itself, so we don't have to start all over with the modeling. So this was one way to make it. So we are gonna hide this. This is one way to make it, and the other way is with the splines line. We go on the top view, make the grid visible, pressing G on the keyboard. Then we will snap tool, right click and select grid points. I will just draw the line. You hold the mouse button if you want to make a bezier point. I'm not gonna do this precise because this is just a tutorial. So we shut off snap tool and G, right click, and now we're gonna make a copy of it, pressing Ctrl V on the keyboard, and the object select reference. We name it scroll, and OK. Now we have the copy selected, and we will move it upwards so we can see the difference. This is the original line, and this is the copied one. And now we are going to apply. Now we are going to apply extrude modifier. And as we can see on this view, perspective view, the extrude is applied. Now we're going to make edit poly, because the polygons are not showing the right side, so we're gonna flip them. Ctrl A to select them all, and flip. Now we're going to select the borders, and we're going to connect them. Okay, this is edges. Select edges, and we're going to connect them. And push them on the outer parts. This way we will get the better view when we apply mesh modifier in the end. Now we will apply symmetry. Now we can see this this part is fairly short. So if we want to change something, we have now the control with this line, which is the preference of this modeling object. So everything we change here on this line, which is the preference, will apply to the scroll. So we have more control of the scroll element than we had, or should I have on the way we modeled with the plane. On the plane we would have to select all the edges and then move them, and this could be really messy. And here we just move the vertices on this line, and the whole thing changes on the scroll. That's why it's sometimes more appropriate to create this way. So now we will make symmetry modifier, and we will move mirror. We're not gonna have, we don't need so much extrusion. So we have this, and now we just need to add a shell modifier. I forgot to add the shell modifier on the previous part, so do that, and we add mesh modifier, mesh smooth modifier, so we get this nice changes on the sides, and we at the end add a bend modifier. We will bend on the x-axis at approximately 80. Now we have to before we do that, we will move the gizmo so the changes will be right in the middle. So we center the gizmo on the center of the scroll and then apply the angle. So this is basically it. And now you see we have the same problem as before. We have these edgy parts. We can solve this by selecting the line again and go to segments and select the segment, and now we press refine and we just click on the segments to add points. Now you see we have nice curvature on the bend. So this is it. These are two ways how to create scrolls, and I hope you enjoyed it, learned something new, and till next time, bye.